Last year on Pokemon Day, I made a video about the Pokemon Presents that got a lot of hate comments because I predicted that Legends ZA would be a small game and it'd be lacking multiplayer features, and I said that I just didn't have that much fun with Pokemon Legends Arceus, and y'all kinda killed me for it. So after a year of Pokemon poverty, this is what they give us for an announcement. And there's really not a lot here if you think about it that way. After a year of Pokemon poverty, they don't really give us any new games besides Championships. We'll talk about the good and the bad. First, we're gonna cover quickly the Pokemon TCG Pocket stuff because I've been playing that game a lot. It's really the only new thing that's officially came out from Pokemon. I've played a lot of fan-made stuff and Pokerogue, and make sure y'all subscribe and check it all out. But I'll enjoy Pokemon TCG Pocket. Arceus EX looks to be a meta-defining card. It's seeming like they got a pretty cool thing going, where in the expansion sets, you got Mew EX and Arceus EX, like the cover cards, and they seem to be cards that are very versatile. They've done a good job of making cards that can go in a lot of different decks in the expansion sets. That's pretty cool. I like that as far as game design. I mean, a lot of these Pokemon have Arceus EX within the text of their ability. Like if you have an Arceus EX out, various things happen. So that's going to be cool. We'll see what kind of decks we can build. And that's coming out so new that, we'll be on streams and stuff and dealing with that. Definitely the best thing that they announced was Pokemon Championships. It's just, look, if you think I'm a Legends Arceus or a Legends ZA or both hater, it's because something like Pokemon Championships, which also may not be the most feature-rich thing, it might just be like a Pokemon Stadium or a battle simulator. Something like that is what more caters to a player like me. I've been waiting for them to come out with something that can answer the fan-made Pokemon Showdown for forever. I mean, they really just kind of ignored it this whole time, and I compare it to Pokemon Stadium, but I say that mostly because that's just another one of those things that they just haven't done in a very, very long time and catered to the battling. I know they showed a lot of double battles in the trailer, but particularly growing up playing single battles, I don't know when that stop being a thing. And the Pokemon Company has just forsaken single battles since forever. So hopefully this will be a great, I don't know if it'll be quite a game, who knows, but this will be a great way to enjoy Pokemon. I mean, that's my bread and butter. I like to Pokemon battle, and the idea of mixing the different mechanics is something that Pokemon battles have always talked about. We've always been excited to try. They showed Megas versus Terrestrializing in the trailer, and one could only hope. They'll also include things like Dynamax, maybe even just the whole table with Z moves, and just give us the option for once to turn these things off and on as we want to. And then by giving us the options, we can create our own balanced metagames. And the restrictions on Pokemon for years, especially since Dexit when they came to the Nintendo Switch, has just been kind of pointless. I don't understand why they don't give us options. So I'm very excited for Pokemon Championships because I hope that will give us battlers some options to just simply enjoy playing Pokemon. That's all we really want to do, I feel like. However, we got to talk about Legends ZA. To segue, that one of the reasons that they're putting out Pokemon Championships is because that's going to be where you get more of your multiplayer, and it's going to be very similar to the Legends Arceus experience as far as multiplayer goes in Legends ZA. The game does look like it's going to have a small map and lack multiplayer features. Y'all may not want to hear that, but that's just the way I feel. I seen the wild zones go up to the number 8 in the trailer. So, my question for y'all to answer in the comments when you're writing your hate comments is, I just really want to know what you think about how is this map going to compare to the size in Scarlet Violet. What do y'all think about that? Also got to talk about the new battle system. New battle system looks very fun. I will say that. It's kind of novel, but it looks very fun. It just also doesn't look like a multiplayer friendly system. It doesn't look like it's going to be balanced that way. Now, one of my reasons why I think this is they're adding things like area of effect on attacks. You see the bulldoze hit multiple Trubbish and Garbodor, and like that's gonna be very cool, very novel. It'll add a lot of fun to the game. It'll definitely be a lot better than Strong Style and Swift Style, which is one of the main things that made Legends Arceus less enjoyable and fun for me. But it's not gonna be like the most balanced thing probably. And I think that the Megas that you're able to get in the Legends ZA, you're going to be able to battle with them, which is something that I was going to be like really bummed out if they give us Megas but you can't link up with your friends and battle with them. That would have been a huge bummer. And for what it's worth, I do mean a traditional Pokemon battle. Like, the new system looks fun, but to not be able to link up with my friends and like have a moveset, 4 moves, click my move, turn-based battle would have been kind of disappointing. So that's going to exist in Pokemon Championship, and Pokemon Legends ZA is going to be more of a single player experience, I think, which does take out a certain dimension. I also think that it's like really a bummer that Game Freak took a whole year off. The Pokemon Company took a whole year off and they didn't show us any new Megas. I gotta also address the Chikorita situation, because a lot of people know that I'm a infamous Meganium hater. It's been known since the early days of the channel when they released the trailer for Pokemon Snap. Maybe we can get some improvements to this Meganium design with possibly a new Mega. But they didn't show us anything in that. I mean, they have three great starters. So the starters are Chikorita, Totodile, and Tepig. And all 3 of their final forms would make great Mega Evolution. So they have 3 great starters for Mega Evolution, but they didn't give us anything. And I mean, when they show the Megas in the trailer, they only show Megas that came out in X and Y. I believe that Sableye might be the only Pokemon that got a Mega Evolution originally for the first time in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire that was even shown to be like confirmed for the game so far. But the point I'm making is they haven't even shown Oras Megas. They've shown strictly X and Y and nothing new at all. It's pretty disappointing. However, I have heard a leak, if you're still watching this video, this is a little bonus for y'all, that there's a confirmed Mega Zygarde and a confirmed Mega Zeraora. Now, Mega Zygarde, kind of a given considering the name of the game. And I mean, this game looks like it's going to be a fun single player experience. Like, the story is going to be good. Looks like somehow AZ is older in this game instead of younger like I had predicted last year. You got the Sideburns guy that looks like Lysander a little bit. It's probably going to turn cloak and be the villain and all that. But the story seems, you know, the single player experience in this game seems pretty solid. I do worry that's going to be a little bit small, but I have a little bit of hope that this isn't everything that Game Freak has for us. I think that the reason that they've gave us so little recently is because Nintendo has had a lot of pushbacks with their Switch 2 in general. I had first heard rumors, which are rumors and maybe they just were never true, that the Switch 2 is going to be announced nearly a year before it actually was. And then when it was announced late, they gave us a future trailer date. So they really haven't given us a lot of information on that. I think the development is not coming at the pace that they would have liked. Hopefully that means that we get a good product in the end. I'm willing to wait for that kind of thing. But when it comes to like Pokemon and things like the IPs under Nintendo, and when it comes to like companies like Pokemon that are right under Nintendo, they're not going to be the ones that get to break the news on new Switch 2 stuff. Like, I'm hopeful that a lot of things that we're still waiting on, like Unova remakes and Gen 10, are still on the table for like 2025, late into 2026, maybe, after we know more about the Nintendo Switch 2. Because I do see Game Freak combining with Ilka to make this Pokemon Works company, and it appears that they are allocating resources in the right ways by doing this Pokemon Works thing. Hopefully this is an effort to improve the games, which is all I really want, is them to put some more effort behind their games. But hey, let me know what y'all think. Leave a comment and make sure y'all subscribe because we almost to 1K. So until then, peace.